Peace and blessings. Thank you for tuning in to Mix It Up, where we talk about a variety of subjects amongst friends and family. Of course, I am Jamar Lee. I'm alongside my brother.
I am Sovi the Great.
Yes. And before we get into our special guest here, make sure you follow us on all social media outlets: Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and YouTube at mixitup.513. Again, mixitup.513. I got a little tongue tied. Without further ado, my man, my mojo, Jordan, aka Snoopy.
Yeah.
Finally came to the set. Yes. It's a blessing to have you. It's a blessing.
Thank you.
So, Jordan, we all know that you into sneakers. We all know that you into Jimmy's. And I know you heard about the Zion deal. $75 million over 5 years.
Ooh, baby. He hadn't even played the game
He
yet.
ain't even played the game. Jordan said he believes in him. So he got the Jordan brand logo behind him, and he amongst the greats like LeBron, KD, AI, who else? McGrady, Melo, Carter.
Jay Wall, one of the only rookies to get a $10 million plus shoe deal, man. That's big shoes.
So what do you think about that?
Big shoes.
That's steep.
It's steep.
For never playing a game, that's steep. I mean, yeah, you proved yourself in high school, proved yourself in college. NBA is a different game. It's a different level. That much money, that's steep.
You think he deserves it?
Right now?
Yeah. No.
I can't say no.
Do you think he's gonna live up to it at least?
I think he'll live up to it.
Yeah.
I think he'll live up to it, but I can't say he deserves it now. Can't say he deserves it now.
I respect that. Back in the day, did you think AI deserved it?
I don't think anybody deserves it until they prove
Until they
themselves.
Okay.
That was my take.
Yeah, you gotta prove yourself.
Okay.
At least 1 year.
I mean, you gotta respect it. I mean, that's a good thing, because if you keep handing these rookies stuff, they think they deserve anything and everything, and I think that's what the boy
that's what Jimmy Butler was saying. Cat about, man.
Yeah, and I agree with him wholeheartedly, and I agree with you. However, from a business standpoint, you want to sell as much product as you can. I don't know what clauses they have in their contract, but I would put a clause in there: if you don't live up to this hype, I'm taking my money back.
Absolutely. All 75 mil.
75 mil. And then I'm not doing it under 5 years. I want it right then and there.
Can I ask y'all a question?
Yes.
So let's say, does Zion damage the brand at all if he falls through the shoes like he did during his Duke game against Carolina?
Yes.
Does that hurt the brand?
It does.
I can't agree.
What?
Okay.
I can't agree for one reason.
Okay.
Because it's with Jordan. He signed with Jordan. Think about how big the Jordan shoe company is. How long it's been around. They come out with the same shoes every year and sell out every time. One player won't hurt that.
But if you rip through the shoe, you don't think it's gonna hurt? I don't buy Jordans anyway. I never liked the Jordan brand.
I had these handed to me. These were gifted.
I don't like the Jordan brand only because they come out with the same features, the same color scheme. I don't think it's anything different about them.
Right.
And I think because of that, a lot of people are falling away from the Jordan brand. So if Zion rips through those shoes on the court, I think that's going to deteriorate a little bit more. But that's just me.
Can't argue that.
Yeah.
I think it would deteriorate from the brand just a little bit. So you might find other brands like Courage promote Under Armour and the Adidas brand trying to make a comeback. I believe Dame signed with Adidas, right?
Right.
So I think that would make a stronger, vote for those type of brands if he were to do something like that. But it won't damage it that much because, like you're right, it's Jordan.
I guess I'm saying it because the sneakerheads aren't gonna stop no matter what.
That's a great point.
They're gonna keep buying them. Now, if you got a son or just an average Joe just wanting to go out and buy a pair of sneakers or a pair of hoop shoes, then you see somebody's ripping through them, it's gonna make you think twice.
Okay.
But out of all the sneakerheads, they're gonna buy them regardless because they're not hooping them, most of them anyway.
Got you.
I would agree with that. I can see your point.
Good takes.
Sticking with basketball, but we're gonna go back to high school basketball. The athleticism that we're seeing today is out of this world. I mean, they're doing things now that college players couldn't even do 5 years ago.
That NBA players can't.
I mean, if you think about it, when we were growing up, we had high school talent. but it was not as supreme, as ridiculous as it is now. What are your thoughts about that? I mean, we were talking earlier about O.J. Mayo. O.J. Mayo was a top recruit. He went to the NBA, and he tarnished his name and his rep, and his game kind of declined with that as well. But O.J. Mayo was the supreme from when we grew up.
From when we grew up, right?
But now it's just like the talent is through the roof. What is y'all, Shaw, what's your take on that?
I mean, you got like Bronny James, Zaire Wade, Mikey Williams, cats like this that are just incoming freshmen in the high schools or about to depart, and they're already getting all these accolades, prospects, things like that. So this is something that we ain't never seen before. Not only that, but I'm about to give them a plug. That Ball is Life. Some of the videos, the dunk contest videos, the dunks that these young cats are showing. Where did y'all get those springs from? Please tell me. I need to get my Spud Web game up. I can't even jump on a Fisher Price. Wow. You hear me? So I'm just saying, like, I need to learn. I need to get my son up there. Like, you know, like this is absolutely insane, bro. Like, but yeah, you got the athleticism nowadays unmatched. Not just athleticism, but the skills.
Yeah. The
skills. Oh my God, these young cats, like, they coming. They're coming.
I seen on Ball is Life, like you said, besides the dunking and the shooting, the dribbling and the handles are crazy. I mean, the best dribbler that I knew growing up that could actually do it without carrying the ball was AI, right? I mean, we're not talking about the N1 mixtapes. We're talking about just dribbling. AI and Sham God. Okay. Those are the only ones that could carry the rock without like actually carrying. They could do something with the rock. Crazy, right? Gotcha. But these high schoolers are doing stuff I've never seen Sham God do, never seen AI do, never seen Curry do, never seen Kyrie do. It's just like, how?
I think it's because now you got all these players more so now than back then that want to help out the young.
Okay,
that's a good point, bro.
And social media, that's plays a big factor. I feel like because you got, like you said, you got Kyrie, what's dude from Portland, Brandon Roy. You got all these players that can play now, used to be able to play, but they're all giving back. Either it's through social media or going to different high schools more now than it used to be back in the day. Back in the day, you had to watch them on TV. If you couldn't pick up what they were doing,
that's true.
You kind of just out of luck.
That is
That's
true.
Very true.
Yeah. I just think it's ridiculous because we all have sons, right? Now, I want my son to compete on the next level.
Absolutely.
And I want him to do it and master it. And we have talent like LaMelo and Hamilton going overseas to play and taking that year to gain money and get access to money. Now, these high schoolers, they have the guidance of other college and NBA players, like you said. But would you allow your child to go to college, or would you kind of ask them to go overseas to help the family out and get funds?
So, R.J. Hampton and LaMelo Ball, they're setting a precedent, I believe, for the new wave. And you know the reasoning behind that is because if you go to college, you risk injury. But by you going overseas, you get money right away. So, like you said, you can help your families, you can help support yourself, help support the community if you want to.
Right.
And that's not guaranteed if you go to college. And I guess, and we're talking about if our sons are like, you know, top 100 prospects, would I rather them go to, like, you know, Michigan State, Duke, or would I rather them go make money in Australia, get paid however so much money for a year and then enter the draft?
Right.
I'm gonna send my son to college. I would love to see him go to college. That's because I believe as long as he gets into college, if that does happen, you got your education to follow.
Right.
Hopefully you pursue your education. You just don't think ball, not taking a shot at the name, but you don't think ball is your entire life. There's more to that than just ball, such as you can look at Shaq nowadays. Got his master's, PhD, and all whatever he's got. But I mean, things like that. Ball ain't your entire life, man.
Yeah.
I gotta second that.
Yeah.
I gotta second that. Now I would give them a choice if he decided, well, I do want to go overseas. I would do want to make some money for the family, for myself, and that's just something he had his eyes and heart set on. By all means, do what you love, do what you want to do. But I would push him to go to college, like he said. I mean, you go get your education, you got so much more you can do with it. You fall, you get hurt with basketball. I mean, what do you got to lean back on?
Not only that, but I mean, playing for, you know, coaches like Izzo, Krzyzewski, Ward Williams,
Definitely.
Bill Self. I mean, that's just a great learning experience. I mean, in my eyes,
Helps you become a man.
I would love for that. Exactly.
On top of basketball.
Exactly.
I agree with the both of you. I'm training my son to be one of those players that take criticism and able to critique their game. Critique their game. I don't think I said that right. Critique their game. However, if my son wants to go overseas, I'm not going to stop him. I'm going to tell him to look at college. And I'm telling my daughter the same exact thing. Look at college, evaluate what you want to do, understand that if you get hurt, there's nothing else to fall back on.
Right.
I think, and I'm going to say it, I know people are going to get pissed off at me, but I know a lot of people are upset that Melo and RJ are going overseas and getting this money first. And I think the only thing that could have made them even more mad is if they went to an HBCU. I think if they went to an HBCU, they took that talent down there, oh my goodness, it would have been a shitstorm. So I would applaud anybody to go to college. But if you about that money, go ahead. I mean, what's his name? Who went overseas? Was it Marbury? Went overseas and now you got a statue of him.
Might be Marbury.
I think
Marbury.
Yeah,
he went after his NBA career was coming to an end. Though.
And he was paid millions upon millions. Got a statue made for him. Like I would never tell my son not to pursue his dream, but understand what your fallback plan is. So,
Jordan, let me see that rock. Let me see the rock. Let me see the rock. Let me see the rock.
I don't know if I can give it up.
Boom!
Oh. You can't even get up on Fisher Price. How you gonna get up on me? All right, so enough of the ball. Let's go to NFL. So the holdouts are ridiculous.
Oh baby!
And I don't want to pile on mine first. I want to hear from you guys. We got Melvin Gordon. We got Zeke. Clowney. Thomas has got his deal.
Yep.
And I'm happy for him.
61 mil guaranteed.
Then we have Trent Williams.
Woo. Jordan,
you play college basketball. You know what talent and what is expected on the next level. Do you think that these boys, these men, I don't want to say boys, you think these men deserve the right to hold out until they get their money?
Let me backtrack a little bit. Play college baseball.
Baseball, I'm sorry, my bad. Baseball.
But I don't know. I don't agree with it. Because they're still getting a good chunk of change. They still got a year, 2 years left on their contract. You sign a contract for a reason. Mm-hmm. I feel like play out your contract, then negotiate your money. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, they're doing it anyway. I just don't agree with it.
So let me put this in retro. Let me put in the figures for y'all. So Clowney was a number one pick. So number one picks always get the money. Mm-hmm. Right? So I read somewhere where if he signs his franchise tag, man can make $16 million in 1 year. Mm-hmm. Zeke Elliott was a top pick. I think he still has 2 years left on his deal, and he's about to make 8.1 in one of those following years. So these men are still making money. Also, it just came out today that Phillip Rivers told reporters that we got players here, running backs that want to play. We're gonna play. We're gonna make do what we got. So that's not supporting Melvin Gordon. He's holding out, and that's coming from arguably franchise players. So that's speaking a lot. And I think we discussed this last week where the running back position, it's a dime a dozen. Yeah. So that position,
quality running back.
Exactly. So unless, like you said, unless you are Zeke or somebody like that of that stature, which Melvin ain't.
He's nowhere near it.
I think you're gonna lose, brother. I think the only one on this list that deserves it was Michael Thomas, and he got his due.
Yeah.
Because he was only scheduled to make maybe $1 million out of his rookie contract, and this dude led the league last year in catches, if I'm not mistaken. Correct?
And he led his team as well. So.
The one guy I feel bad about is Trent. There's not a lot of issues that came out with that, but I just know the Redskins organization kind of messed him up with his injuries, this cancer scare. Yeah. He does want more money, but he don't got the leverage in that right now. Fortunately, it's with the owners.
I agree with everything you said.
See, we hear that?
Besides the Zeke thing, I don't think Zeke deserves anything.
Ooh.
I don't care. As a professional, in college, you learn how to handle yourself.
Agree with that.
You learn how to handle yourself on and off the field because you're representing the organization right now. So you cannot walk around being an ass. You cannot walk around dictating everyone else's next move. Because in college, you should have laid that foundation of, okay, I have to think of not me, but of we. You have to think of your team. You have to think of the
team sport.
Yes, the logo that you're branding. I mean, the logo that is branded on your shirt, right? Okay. Zeke has not displayed anything besides "I am of me," and I don't think anyone is making him think about the team and the franchise tag that he wears. So I would not give Zeke anything after the 2 years until he can prove to me that he's not going to mess up the Dallas Cowboy name. Because if he goes to another team and he does the same thing, if he goes to the Saints, he's not going to play. If he goes to the Patriots, he's not going to play. If he goes to Atlanta, he's not going to play. They have standards there. In Dallas, he's getting away with so much stuff. And this is just the stuff that we heard about. Not the stuff that we have not heard about. So
that's a lot of it.
So as a college player, you're supposed to know what to do, how to move, and how not to move. And then they try to make you weed out your bad friends. So you can't hang out with this person because we see you trending this way. You're not going to class, so you can't hang out with this. You know, it's such a organization that teaches you so much fundamentals on how to display yourself on a next level. And this man, he's just pissing on everything. So I even think Trent Williams deserves a contract before Zeke.
Zeke deserves it.
No, he does not.
He deserves it. Touched the ball most out of any running back in the league since he's been in the league. Not only that, but without Zeke, the Cowboys ain't nothing. The Cowboy team ain't nothing without that man.
But would you take, like he said, would you take his off the field antics into play? Or just by exactly
that's what I'm saying. Well, that's what I'm saying. You have to. And as an example, you know, Tyreek Hill, his things coming out of college. Mm-hmm. You're willing to put up with that because of the talent, because of his production.
But Tyreek Hill was found no wrongdoing because the actual.
But prior to that, you're willing to take his actions in college because you knew what he could produce.
I understand.
Yes, it cost him to fall in the draft, but when he wants that money, they're going to give it to him because he's that much of a changer.
But Zeke's still making good money.
Yeah.
He is.
Next year he's almost 10
mil?
Yeah. That's the thing. That's the thing he is, but he knows he has that leverage because, like you said, the other teams that you mentioned, they don't need him. Also, they have those standards. The Cowboys need him.
No, I don't think so. I think any quality running back will go to the Cowboys. Just for the history. Just for the history.
Yeah. So you gonna let a franchise, a different changer player walk away?
Look, think about the money that they lose just by supporting Zeke.
Look how much money they gained just by having Zeke in the offense.
I would not put up with that. And that's just me. Maybe it's coming from a coaching standpoint. Maybe it's coming from a college player. Maybe it's coming. I don't know what it's. I would not.
I get you, but coming from an NFL team that wants that.
But I don't know if he's gonna get what he wants at.
He might not.
He might. Jerry Jones already came out and said that he doesn't care about having a big star running back. You don't have to win with one. You don't need one to win.
He might not.
And what other team would he play? Could he play for? Besides Cincinnati. What other team could he play for?
Seattle.
Not acting. You crazy acting like this?
Who Seattle got a running back? You tell me.
Seattle would not. Who Seattle would not put up with this.
Who does Seattle got a running back?
Nobody. But they would not put up with this.
I got one. Detroit.
Oh, well,
Detroit too.
I forgot about Detroit.
They would.
Seattle won't. Miami won't.
Seattle will.
Yeah,
Miami would.
Miami put up with Sue.
But Sue was changing who he was.
He was, but they still put up with him though.
That's a great point.
I'm just thinking. We heard about 4 stories. This is not including the stuff that we have not heard about, and you know they swept so much stuff underneath the rug.
And let me give you another example. They brought in Des Bryant as well, who they hired somebody to watch this man. So this tells you the Cowboys, they want to. This is all they care about is they want to win. I'm not questioning whether it's about for the culture or for his integrity of how he should have came out of college, but the Cowboys, they should put this precedent out there. Right. And let's also say this, saying from a standpoint, this is the most valued franchise in America.
It is. That's why I don't understand. Right. I think Jerry is to the point where it's just like, listen, I'm tired of this bullshit. We're not winning games, and we're not upholding the standard that we need to. Let's switch it around. I think that's why he's trying to get rid of Zeke. If Zeke doesn't conform to what we have here, He's up out of here, and I'm glad because growing up.
But do you think he's going about it the right way though, Jerry Jones?
I hope he is behind the scenes. In front of the camera, no.
From what we know,
right? But I hope he is behind the scenes because I mean, when we growing up, we loved. We had Emmett, Troy, Rocket Ishmael, even Michael Irvin. Michael Irvin got into some stuff when he was younger. Well, not younger, but he changed, right? So I don't know.
Can I just tell you, on first take, Irvin was vouching for this guy to get his contract.
But that's because Irvin is a diehard Dallas fan. I didn't even listen to Michael Irvin. I was looking at his pit stains in his suit. So
his pit stains though.
That's what got my attention. I'm just like, how's this grown ass man with all this money sweating through his suit? But
he's silly, bro. But we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
What y'all think? Y'all let us know. We will see. Hopefully, we'll see what happens. What happens.
Yes. So going on to pop culture, the Kevin Hart scandal is back in the news.
Oh baby, pineapples.
I have not seen it. I didn't want to see it. I'm so tired of these sex tapes with random chicks. If they bad, I might look at it. I'm not gonna lie. But this Kevin Hart sex tape scandal has arisen again. What was his name? Jonathan
Jackson.
Jonathan Jackson, 15-year friend of Kevin Hart. Took the video. He tried to sell it to him for what was it? 100,000?
10,000.
10,000? Just 10,000?
No, that's what Kevin Hart's people was trying to sell.
That's what the exposed story. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He wanted more though.
He tried to get it for more. That's why.
Yeah. So I don't know why it's back in the news. I don't think anybody has bought it yet. I think he still has it.
I don't think anybody cares.
That's what I was saying. But I mean, my point was this. I'm kind of sorry to get that Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Like, man, because you got to think Kevin, with all his success, probably put this man on.
Mm-hmm.
For end of 15 years, you would think, like, this man ain't going to
stand up
back.
But he's probably jealous.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's part of that in there.
You see all this fame and money, and
you're not getting a piece of it.
Or if you are, it's very small. So you want more.
I just can't believe as a friend of 15 years that you try to do that to you. You think it's family. I'm not bringing up stuff. I'm going
to say you can't.
I'm not bringing up stuff. I'm just talking from Kevin
Hart's perspective. Yeah, okay.
I'm not bringing I'm not bringing that.
I think it's kind of crazy that it went about this way. I think as a man, I think what should have happened was Jonathan should have talked to Kevin.
Absolutely, yes.
I mean, and all of our ordeals with friends that kind of vanished, we tried to sit down and talk to them.
Absolutely.
And have a type of understanding and understand that, okay, we used to act this way, used to move this way, what happened? And I don't know why this conversation didn't come up. I mean, maybe it did, it could have been. We just don't know. I just think as men, we move different, right?
When you grow apart, whether it's a actual relationship or a friendship, you grow apart.
But not like this. Yeah.
No.
Right.
I think I only had one instance, and of a friend that actually stabbed me in the back, even after a conversation. And that shit sucked. And I still can't believe it to this day. However, I did the best that I could with that friendship. And we set that person down. So I can't believe that this conversation didn't happen before this action. Even if it was jealousy, it's hard for me to believe that men can't sit down and rub out the kinks.
And like all things, there's always, three sides to the stories. There's their own and then there's the truth.
Right?
So, I mean, but as a man yourself, as Kevin, you know that stuff's out there.
Yeah.
You know the likelihood that's going to put out.
Yeah.
So, if it's going to put out, I'm just thinking I'm going to go home and tell my wife, hey, we about to make some money off of this. Mm-hmm. So, I'm sorry this is out there. This is my past, but there's nothing I can do about it. Just, please accept me for how I am now.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't get why Kevin chose to, charge Jackson of extortion. Even though I can understand he's probably hurt by him.
Right. I think that was the most.
It might pay the big move, but like I said, we don't know what went on behind closed doors. We don't know. Only speculation from what we hear and what we see. But yeah.
Ain't got nothing to add. I agree. I second all that.
All right, so Jordan, we're gonna dive into you a little bit. Well, I guess it can be about all of us.
Okay.
You were recently married, recently father. I don't even know how to put it now. What?
So how was so you went about your wedding? I guess the way that's kind of trending forward now. You got a destination wedding. Right?
Yeah,
So
I didn't know how to go into it.
So how can you tell us about how that was like?
Well, I mean,
like the whole experience.
Like did you send invitations out saying, hey, if you make it, you in it?
no. We asked our immediate families, basically, and that's it. Because we looked around at a ton of different venues. Thought we were wanting a big wedding. I mean, obviously they're expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Come to find out, we thought about let's just look to see what a destination wedding's like, because we always wanted to get married on the beach and everything anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So we looked and saw Jamaica popped up, talked to some people, and Jamaica came up. So we were like,
Nice, bro.
look into that. And actually, believe it or not, it's super cheap to do
Really?
a destination wedding. Yes, super cheap. Way cheaper than trying to do a big fancy wedding and ceremony around the house or in a venue or anything like that.
So how did that work out? I know that obviously you and your wife paid for your trip. Did your family members pay for their own trip?
Yeah.
Word.
That's dope.
And like at the resort we stayed in, you pay for your room and everything for as long as you want to stay. And if you tell them you're getting married there, they include everything in that one
price.
bill or whatever. Yeah, one price for that room.
Word.
Pretty dope, man.
That's nice. So if you had to do it
And you don't
again,
have to do no planning.
I'm pretty sure that you would do it again. But if you had to choose between the destination wedding or traditional, which one would you go with?
I would go with. I can't. I think I would go with destination wedding again, but try to get more
people.
I got
Not
you.
a big wedding, but just more people, more family.
Yeah.
I got you.
So
friends.
was the experience of the destination wedding worth it? More than traditional?
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
I didn't know how to frame the question that I was going to ask with it, but I'm just going to ask it. Would you rather, with a destination wedding, did you miss out on the friends and family being there, or was it just right? And it was just enough people there that you didn't miss?
We did miss out on some, yes. Yeah, obviously, because everybody kind of goes either work or expense, passports.
Right. Something
might have came up where we did miss out on some people not being able to be there, whether it be some friends or some family.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why if we did it, I did it again. We did it again. I would do it to where we could try to get more people.
Sure. So, as a new father of a young man, what things do you want to give your son? Need to be material, experience, whatever that you did not have growing up.
It don't gotta be materialistic. It can be some just words of advice or something that you live by, a motto or something like that. You can think of.
Honestly, off the spot, I can't complain about my childhood at all. Really,
That's awesome, bro.
Played all the sports I wanted to play. Traveled everywhere for sports, for vacations. I mean, I can't think of nothing right off top.
Yeah,
that's awesome, bro. I'm glad you can say that.
Yeah, that's nice.
Really.
So, more questions about you.
Dive into Jordan. Dive into Jordan.
What do you miss about? And I'm gonna expand it. What do you miss most about high school and or college sports?
Cause you played baseball and hoop in high school, right? But you just did collegiate baseball.
Yeah.
Okay.
The competitiveness.
Oh, okay. I didn't think you were gonna go with that one, but cool.
Competitiveness.
Do you got anybody that might be famous or semi-famous now that you played against that really pushed you, or just anybody that really challenged you?
Actually, hooped with OJ Mayo several times over there in North Lodge at the park.
Okay.
Played against Daquan Cook, Norris Cole. I think who else? Yancey Gates, but he's college level.
Right. Those are still big names, though, dog.
Kyle Rudolph
Okay.
for baseball.
How'd you fare against them? I mean, they give you your props or your respects, or
Actually,
they
OJ
get
Leo
you?
tried to get me to come to North College Hill to play.
Why didn't you go? Why didn't you go?
I mean, I wasn't driving yet, so my parents.
Man, I would have drove you. If you would have told me. I would have drove you. If you would have told me. You would have said, "Show, I'm there."
I mean, and I mean, I did love basketball. Don't get me wrong; that's my first love.
Absolutely.
But I was better in baseball. So, in the long run, I knew if I wanted to make it to the next level, it'd be baseball. So I stuck with baseball.
Gotcha.
Cool.
All year round.
Where did you play college baseball at?
Shawnee State.
Okay.
I had offers to like UC, West Virginia, Toledo, but do your schoolwork and you might get those offers to go through. But
Gotcha.
yeah, I didn't like school,
Yeah.
so
I
couldn't
got
do
you.
those.
I got you.
Had to go NAIA.
So I know you work out. I run to you at the gym many times. What got you into lifting, and what is your motivation to go right after work before you go home
All
to
the
rest?
damn time.
All
bro.
the time. So
All the time.
But how did you get into lifting?
So honestly, I never touched a weight all through high school. Not one weight. Went to college, started lifting, loved it, but came home, still didn't work out. Started hooping at the sports mall, working, and then I tore my knee in 3 different ligaments. So couldn't work, couldn't do anything. And when I started rehab, that took off for me. Started lifting, started working out every day, and ever since then, it's been second nature.
So what's your motivation to do it?
Okay.
Now it's just, I mean, I love it. I love inspiring people, motivating other people, seeing other people in the gym struggling, helping them,
That's dope.
posting all my stuff
That's
to my
dope.
Instagram, trying to help people without me even knowing. Now my son watches all my videos, watches YouTube with me. It just, all that just inspires me to do it even more.
Have you had people like reach out to you for help?
Yeah,
Like through
several
social media?
times.
Really?
Yeah, several times.
It's cool, bro.
Several times.
I remember Ronnie Coleman liking your video,
Yeah.
and I was just like, okay, because I don't post videos up, but I was just like, okay, I see you, Snoop.
See,
I see you.
that inspired it, even just a like, but that inspired me more too, because it's someone at that pedigree, Mr. Olympian,
Yeah.
Right.
liking a video. I think it was a video.
Yeah, but I think it was a video. Yeah.
And yeah, that I was all smiles the rest of the day.
Right, because I was
That's
all
huge,
smiles.
bro.
I was at home,
That's huge.
and I follow you. And a lot of people don't know, but your shoulder workout I do for a pre warm up, and I seen it. And I was just like, does that say what I think it says? And then I'm like, nah, it gotta be a fake, right? And then you took a screenshot and posted. I'm like, no way! Like, I was just at the gym with this dude, and for lifters and people who are in the gym, Ronnie Coleman is the epitome of who you want to be. And I follow Ronnie, and when I saw it, I was just like, no fucking way. I see you, bro.
Definitely.
Like, I was so hyped. I ran to Sarah's like, I was like, Jordan just got a lick like from Ronnie Coleman. And she was just like, who the fuck is Ronnie Coleman? And I'm just like, oh, you don't even know. Like, I was so happy for you. I was ready to celebrate you, brother.
I appreciate it.
And just stuff like that, I was just like, man, okay, Jordan, I see you, brother. I see you.
I'm trying.
So,
That's awesome, bro.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Seeing that, it took me to another level.
yeah.
Took me to another level.
So, how'd you get the nickname Snoopy?
Actually, my wife's mom gave it to me, 12 years ago?
Huh?
It's stuck
Just
ever
kinda
since.
stuck?
Yeah, it's stuck ever since.
Cool.
Stuck ever since.
That's dope. So, workout tips, since you got liked by the remarkable Ronnie Coleman. Any workout tips you like to give to the audience?
Where to start? Stretch
Okay.
before, after a workout.
Got a pen.
Work out with somebody if you need the
Yes.
motivation. Don't be afraid to ask somebody in the gym if you need a spot or if you need somebody to help you with a form. I mean, I've done that. A whole lot, and people are surprised that I do it. But in the gym, I will work out and see somebody that's stronger than me, better than me, bigger than me, just got a better form, physique, I'll ask them how they're doing a certain workout. If it's a new workout that I haven't seen,
for sure,
you can't be afraid to ask. I mean, you learn a lot that way. Just watch people in the gym.
And also ask what muscle group it works.
Definitely.
So then you can focus on it.
Definitely. And that's another thing. Try to hit every muscle group in that muscle. Like there's, just because you're saying you're hitting shoulders doesn't mean you're going to be hitting the front, the back, the side. Like you got to hit it all. You can't just say you're hitting shoulders and just think you're doing one thing and that's it. You got to make sure you're hitting everything to get a good physique.
What about dieting? I know. I remember I remember liking a pit that you did. It was like a rice cake with it was rice cake and tuna, I think.
Rice cake, yeah, that one wasn't very good.
Yeah, I was like, I was like, man, you know what? I don't eat rice cakes. I eat tuna salad. I eat tuna salad with just a fork, and I was like, you know what? Jordan doing it, let me go. But I went to get the damn rice cake and I scooped some tuna on there and I was like, God damn it, Jordan, you made me eat this nasty shit.
Actually, the rice cake and the tuna wasn't bad. It was when I added, it was rice cake, cottage cheese, tuna, and avocado. That, I'm not a big fan of avocado. I'm not a big fan of cottage cheese. So that kind of, steered away from that.
That rice cake and tuna was bad too, brother.
The rice cake, it was pretty
what
kind of tuna?
It was Star. It was just I don't try to season my tuna and put all that stuff in it because that's added more fat to it.
Right.
So just normal tuna.
See, I just get the Stars, but I get the just the buffalo, and that's the one I eat every time.
I had the plain one.
See, I just eat the buffalo. That's the only one I eat.
Yeah.
And it's
I like that on my salad.
Not bad.
The lemon pepper too. The lemon pepper is slapping too. But I had the plain Star tuna, and I was just like, man, why?
Okay, well, try the peanut butter or the rice cake, peanut butter, and banana.
Oh yeah.
That is perfect.
This is not a plug. I promise. There's different types and textures of rice patties.
Yes.
The best for me, I don't know about you, are the Quaker Oat ones. They're not too dry. They're not stale. I love the Quaker Oat. Plug the Quaker Oat patties, but I prefer those over any type of patty.
But any rice patty?
Any other rice patty.
I don't mind any of them, to be honest, but that's the one.
It's in my blood. Yeah. I like it all. Like all the rice. Like all the rice. So to close, so a tip from me, Jordan. As y'all can see, I'm not as physically gifted as these guys right here because they've been working at it, kind of lacked off. But what advice would you give somebody like me in regards to dieting and things like that?
Stick with it is key. You got to be consistent.
Okay.
I see and hear about too many people that'll do it for
a
2-3 days, a week, 2 weeks, and then have 4 or 5 days of just eating whatever, and then be like, whoa, why is my physique like this still? Or why have I gained 5-10 pounds? You got to be consistent.
With you being, so I wanted to ask you this too now, with you being a new father now, does that hinder anything at all? Like, do you have to change anything, tweak it up a bit?
Actually, being a new father hasn't changed it really.
Okay.
But being married makes it hard.
That was going to be my second take.
Because like when she's doing it with me,
it's cool.
Easy.
Exactly.
Cool.
Okay.
But when one person's eating clean and the other person's just eating healthy or whatever they want, or vice versa, it's hard because then you got to buy two different meals every single time.
And then that temptation is there.
You hear that, baby mama?
Exactly.
You hear that? Help me.
But yeah, I agree. It's not going to the gym and working out isn't the hard part.
It's easy.
It's the food, the intake of the calories.
Because you got it everywhere.
Yeah, and
it's everywhere.
One thing that I hate is my old lady. She goes shopping, and I praise her for doing everything that she does. But when she goes shopping, she buys snacks for the kids. And then when I'm sitting there in the middle of the night, and I already ate my salad, and I'm still hungry because I didn't feel as if I got my calories in, but I don't feel full. What else can I get? Oh man, them honey buns looking good right now.
Oh, you had to bring honey buns.
And I'll be fighting. She got them Nutter Butters in there.
Oh, y'all got the good snacks.
The other day she bought some Twix and put them in the freezer.
You got the good snacks.
I'm like, man, but the food is the hardest thing, and I can work my ass off.
I will say though, a misconception everybody does. They always say you can't eat right before bed.
That's not true.
A lie. You can wake up in the middle of the night and eat.
Yep.
Do y'all have like a cheat day at all?
I have it on Sunday.
Cheat meal.
Cheat meal.
Yes.
Okay.
Meal.
Gotcha.
Cheat meal.
I'm doing the low carb diet. That's because my midsection, ever since I had my surgery, it all goes there. But I'm doing a low carb diet, and Sunday is where I don't want to say I pack my car, but I'll have like a pizza, or I have like at J House we have the hamburgers. But any other day, either low or no carb, and it's hard. Like you said, my wife she makes burrito bowls with the white rice, and I eat mine with quinoa because she has the white rice and it doesn't taste the same with the quinoa, and I'm just like, come on, babe. But that's just
Let
like
it go. Let it go. Hey.
So I can give all the advice on workout, but I know, like I said, you go work out right after work. How would you give someone direction on how to incorporate working out into their lifestyle?
That's a great question.
You have to find time. You have to. You got to make time. Everybody says, well, I don't have time. You got to make time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's before work, after work. Some people get hour lunches, hour and a half on lunch break.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, whenever you can, you got to make time.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Really good point.
I agree. I give out workout tips to anybody and everybody. I'm not the biggest guy. I'm not the most knowledgeable guy, but what I will say is consistency. I don't know how some people do it like you. I can go to the gym at any point in time, right? But right after work, I want to go home and see my kids. So I can't do it right after work like you do, but I know that you can speak on doing something like that, because incorporating workout into your life is key.
Yes.
You gotta find what works for you, what you like. Like when I get off work, it's 2:30, 3 in the morning. Mm-hmm. Nobody's at the gym. I love that. I can do any workout I want, supersets, use any machine, go from this machine all the way to across the gym to do another machine, not have to worry about it being taken.
Yeah.
So I mean, it works for me.
Gotcha.
Everybody sleep, kids sleep, the wife sleep. Don't have to worry about hurrying up to get home. But now, like in your case or somebody else's case who has a 9 to 5, you want to get home to your kids or get home to your wife. I mean, it's understandable.
Yeah,
I don't have that though. I work overnight, so it's a little different.
I remember you telling me that you go in the morning, and I go there around like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and that's on nights that I can't sleep, which is probably at least twice a week.
Every night.
And you're right, it is empty. And I remember running into you and Chevy Boy over there, and I literally did one set on the free bench, went over to the lat pull down, and then did a set on there, and then went to the row machine, and my weights were still at the dang on the free bench. I'm just like, you know what, this is the life. But when I go at 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning, fuck, I can't find a flatbed. It smells like sweat and piss in here.
That's
nasty.
That's one reason I do try to get in right after work every time.
Yeah. I mean, I do applaud you, because you found a way to incorporate that into your lifestyle. So good job.
Appreciate it.
That's good work. So now shameless plug time. Jordan, why don't you give these people something to look forward to? Tell them about yourself and tell them
where
about
they
the
can
project
find you
coming
at.
in.
Where they can find you at to get workout tips.
You can get on my Instagram. It's flexecution_Snoopy. I post all my workout videos, or basically all of them, every day. Every day I go, I post a workout video, pictures, motivational quotes, how to do certain workouts. I take any questions. People hit me up about how to do workouts, what they can do to hit certain areas, certain muscle groups, dieting, and I mean, I answer everything I can with the best knowledge I have for that question.
Cool. People, when it comes to working out, don't be scared to try new things. Even if it looks silly, try it, see if it works. Now we on to the 2 new segments that we introduced to Mix It Up, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna hand it over to Zoe because he does it just right.
Ooh, he does it just right. Hey. So the newest segment that we have is called "What You Looking At." So what that segment has to deal with is basically what is catching your eye at the moment. It could be something that's hot in the news. It could be something in the past. It could be a car. It could be a sporting event. Something that's catching your eye. And the key thing is that none of us know what each other's "what you looking at" topic is gonna be. So this is totally freestyle, free form. So Jamar,
All right.
what you looking at?
I am looking at motocross.
Motocross.
My daughter is into motocross. She wants to ride. Fat is into motocross.
Really?
She wants to get a dirt bike. And I never would have thought it. My daughter is the artistic person. She loves to draw. She loves to paint. I never would have thought that she wants to do motocross. And she loves it. She wants to sit down and watch it with me all the time. I'm excited, but I'm scared at the same time. I don't know where the hell this money is going to come from. I don't know where I'm going to find a bike for her. I don't know where I'm going. And as you know, my daughter is black. I don't know how she's going to be received in the sport. I am scared for her, but I'm excited for her at the same time. As soon as I find a place to get a bike for her, I'm going to do it.
I got you. One of DJ's old colleagues actually, her kids do the stuff.
Oh, word.
So we'll get it on after air. We'll talk about it.
Cool.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
Well, huh. So Jordan, what you looking at?
All right, on social media, it's everywhere. LeBron celebrating with his son, spending all this time with his son's basketball teams. What do you guys think about that? Like, you see Jason Tatum commenting, saying people need to leave him alone for it. You got other famous people commenting. What do you think about it?
Let the man do what he do. Like, he's a father promoting his son. What is wrong with that? Just because he's LeBron James? I mean, if anything else,
you have to be the person to do it. Yeah.
Exactly. Like, I don't have an issue, and also not only that, but I think it helps out whatever program his son is playing for. Because you know the other parents that are there with their children, they're going to come to see this too.
Yeah, and they're going to buy tickets, and it's going to support the program.
It's not like he's doing the LeVar route. He's not going out
even then, what was wrong with LeVar?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, he's just promoting his sons. He might say some outlandish things, but they're all to promote his kids. So, personally, I don't have an issue with it. I think it's great. Hopefully, I can make one of his son's games so I can see that. I'd love to see that. Maybe, he can show me where his son's got his ups from so I can get him there.
I agree. I don't see a problem with it. We hear all the time that fathers aren't involved in kids' lives. I love to see a father doing what they need to do in order to make their son feel special. In this case, it just happens to be hoop. In other cases, it might be school. It might be working on the job, whatever. This case is just ball. Let the man ball. You're not taking away. If the only way that this will hurt is if Bronny is telling LeBron that he doesn't like it, and he's still doing it.
Yeah, making him do it, making him play.
Right, 100%.
That's where the problem will lie.
Right.
If the son don't care and it brings excitement and they're getting paid at the same, who cares? Let the man ball. Let him have fun. Let him enjoy his son. Let him have fun with the son in the sport. That's what we're paying for. I mean, that's what we pay to see. Let them do it. I don't see a problem with it. Keep going. I don't care what anybody else say. If it's not hurting your son, if it's not hurting the coaching staff, if it's not hurting the league, keep it up. And I don't see you doing any of that.
So I agree with both of you. And LeBron, like Jason Tatum brought up, LeBron didn't have his father when he was younger. So he's going the extra mile just to show his son that he's there, which I feel like you should do no matter what.
Yeah, even if you do have a father in your life, you need to go that extra mile. So.
Because damn sure, when our sons get to that level, we're going to do
the
same thing.
Like, until they tell us to stop.
Exactly, right? Exactly.
And even then, so.
3 passes to get a ball.
So. All right, Sophie, your favorite.
So, what am I looking at?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. What are you looking at? My bad. I skipped you. I skipped you. My bad. What are you looking at, Sophie?
Man, get off. Get off. Hurt my feelings.
My bad, Sophie. I apologize.
So, that's okay, brother. So, what I'm looking at, every single year, Madden drops. So, every single year, players have a problem with their ratings. It's actually came out, it's been spoken from Keenan Allen to Leonard Fournette. They're not happy with the ratings. So I'm thinking about this and thinking like, wow, like, get over it. Who cares? But I don't think what a lot of people know, but ESPN just did E60 on this. There's actually a job that's a crew where people go out to go see NFL games to adjust the ratings accordingly.
Oh, word.
Yes. Like, so I believe it's a panel of maybe 7 or 8 people on this crew. So every day, so now Madden's, they update the ratings daily as much as they can. Because they have people that go out to the games, they talk to the athletes on the sidelines, view the games, and then they can adjust the, the speeds, the awareness, things like that, those attributes on that. I'm just thinking to myself, where was this job at when I was younger?
How do I get on?
That's what, exactly. So that caught my eye. I'm like, man, that is my dream job. I would love that because I've been playing Madden since I don't know how young. So I always had. I'm gonna get the new Madden. I've always had Madden. So for this job to come up like that, where I could actually go meet athletes, which I'm a big sports head, y'all know. Play Madden, test it out, hear their feedback. To me, I'm just like, wow. How can I sign up? EA, sign me up.
Man,
so that's what caught my eye.
Yeah, that's crazy. I ain't never
That's
knew
what
that.
caught my eye.
Damn. All right, y'all. We'll go to the next subject.
All right. All right. So, our last and final segment, which has kind of been a staple for us so far, it's called the Hallpass.
Yeah.
So let me break it down for y'all. The Hallpass is written consent, or just consent at all given by your significant other to have relations with another person. So, with us being our husbands and fathers, sometimes we get those orders, sometimes we don't. But so Jordan, you being our special guest, who would be your Hallpass?
I'm sorry, Sean, that's me up. Go ahead, Jordan. My bad.
I gotta go with La Brittany.
Who?
La Brittany.
La Brittany?
La Brittany.
Oh yeah, we gotta look her up.
She's from Detroit. She's a singer. She's bad, and she can sing.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Look her up.
La Brittany. We're gonna have to find out how to spell her anything.
Man, you know what? I'm changing my hall pass.
No, you better not take mine 3.
It ain't gonna be yours.
You better not take mine, Jamal. Who's your Hallpass?
So you remember, like a year ago, I sent you a video of a little person, dancing in the car, right? And I changed it.
No.
I'm changing it because her name's Brittany.
No.
Freaky Brit or Freaky Brittany. And it's crazy, right? Because I watched a video of 50 Cent talking about how Trey Songz brung a midget who had a bomb
just
booty.
came out there and said that, man. Yeah.
But it was 50 said it. I'm just repeating 50.
Oh, it's full of bitches. And you got Munchie, but Munchie booty look like a chocolate bonbon. I ain't say I ate Munchie booty, but Munchie booty look like a chocolate bonbon.
Yeah.
He said she had a bonbon booty, and this man bit into a bonbon. He was like, yeah. So my hall pass is switched. I'm not gonna tell y'all who my original hall pass was. I'm gonna say that for next week. But Freaky Brit, you my hall pass, baby. You my hall pass.
With a loop.
Come on over here, Freaky Britney.
Man, can you?
That's exactly I'm gonna pick her up too. I'm gonna curl her ass. Go ahead, bro. So what you all?
Oh man, so I have a full size person. I'm on. So it's funny Jordan brought up the musician part because this person is also a musician, a little bit more mainstream. So crush on her since our high school days. Got thicker too. Miss Alicia Keys.
Oh yeah, A Keys.
A Keys. Swizzy, congratulations.
A Keys. Yeah.
Can't argue that.
I can't fight that.
No one.
Hey,
He
Keys.
was a midget. Oh.
Hey. I don't care.
Hey, I love it. If you reframe that. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna say it.
I'm gonna say it.
Not gonna say it.
I'm gonna say it.
No.
Say it, y'all.
No, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it.
All right, everyone. That was this show. Thank you for logging in to Mix It Up. Please follow us on all social media outlets at mixitup.513. We have fun today. Thank you, Snoopy, for coming through.
Definitely, brother.
Please go log in, He is a cool dude. He loves working out. You can get all tips and everything from him. And like he said, he does reach back out if you ask questions. This is one dude to follow if you're coming up in the weightlifting world.
Definitely. And
so
it's at Flexecution_Snoopy.
Yes, sir.
On IG.
Yes.
And also, please, with any topics or comments that you'd like to send to us personally, you can reach us at 513mixitup at gmail.com.
513mixitup@gmail.com. We love you. Please log in next week for a new show. We're coming right back at you, okay? Peace and blessings.
Peace.